And I'm Eric Bryant. Welcome to Sports Night.
We're here in front of the beautiful AT&T Park, right in front of the Willie Mays Plaza, home of the two-time world champion San Francisco Giants.
And today we're going to give you a taste of the sights and sounds of baseball as the Giants start their quest for their third championship ring.
But first, let's take a look on what's happening on Sports Night. RU's women's basketball team was flying high this season as they were named Pac-West Conference regular season champions, and backed that up by winning the Pac-West Conference tournament title. Tonight, we shine the Sports Night spotlight on a key reason for that success. Her name is Crystal.
Then meet 5 guys on the RU soccer team who we call Team Iceland. How did they all end up playing soccer in America?
We'll introduce you to Andrea Nieto, a volunteer coach for RU Women's Golf, as well as an award-winning fashion designer.
Then, a look at the art of pitching. See what it's like as the cat and mouse game between pitcher and hitter plays out.
Then find out why it's never a good idea to put your false teeth in your back pocket. I'll explain that false teeth to you part later. We're here at AT&T as the Giants prepare to take on the Colorado Rockies. It's the Giants' 14th season here, and tonight we're going to take you around to show you what many call the most beautiful park in baseball.
But first, let's take a look at the women's basketball team at RU. We'd like to introduce to you in our first story a woman who is no stranger to success.
Crystal Forthen. She helped lead the RU women's basketball team to yet another Pac-West tournament championship, only adding to her collection of awards and emerging star power.
I probably have like a lot of awards and a lot of medals at home that are just there. I usually lose count. I'm just a regular kid, you know, playing basketball in college, so that's what it is.
Why is she interviewing you?
Right. It's because I'm Crystal Forthen, you guys know that.
Oh, I love their Crystal Forthen.
I'm Crystal Forthen, I'm 21, I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Crystal came to our school as a Division I transfer from LSU. Around the Pacific West Conference and now nationally, Crystal has received recognition.
About me, I'm goofy, I'm funny, I like to be on Instagram 24/7. I like to sleep, eat, you get some shells, and play basketball sometimes. Basketball to me is just like being on the court. Like I'm in a whole different like mindset. Like I'm more of a dominant beast on the court.
I think she has the ability to be the best player at Division II. She's able to play on the perimeter and the paint. You know, at 6'4", she's got guard skills, but she can also dominate down in the post area.
She started playing in the end of December, but by mid-January, her name would be mentioned in the headlines of our articles almost every time.
I'm talking to you, and I'm getting filmed at the same time. When I play basketball, I just continue just to be like a regular person. Congratulations. Do my favorite major, which is, you know, multimedia communications that I'm currently in right now.
You know, when you're doing audio, all you have is your voice and your personality.
I'm Crystal Forthen from UrbanizedRadio.com, Be Artist, Be Athlete. I like it because I don't have to sit there and like try to be on camera, and I could just voice what I want to say, my opinions and stuff. Like, she got abandoned 27 years ago.
Academically, she can be wherever she wants to be. Athletically, she's a very talented young lady.
In 5 years, I will be overseas playing basketball, just being me.
There's a lot to look forward to in women's basketball. Next season, the Urban Knights have all 5 starters returning.
Well, if you've never been to AT&T Park, the one stop you must make is the Willie Mays statue, the greatest giant of them all.
Godfather to another baseball great, Barry Bonds, Willie Mays started his major league career right out of high school. He played with the San Francisco Giants for 14 years, where his number 24 was retired. Now every May 24th is celebrated as Willie Mays Day. When the baseball pundits speak, it's usually Willie Mays they pick as the greatest baseball player of all time.
Well, if May 24th is Willie Mays Day, then August 28th should be known as Urban Knights Day, because that's the day we played our very first game. Soccer, that is. Actually, it was the RU men's soccer team that launched us in the NCAA. I recently had a chance to catch up with Colin Preston, AAU athletic director, and he is very quick to say that his artists and athletes have been winners since day one.
You know, we start off the gate pretty quick. We set those standards extremely high with track and field and women's basketball and women's golf last year. It was our first year of eligibility in the NCAA, and a lot of people looked at our program as, you know, art students and art school, there's no way they're going to succeed. And we showed right away that we can compete not only within our conference, but nationally with our track and field program.
The Urban Knights are the only art school in the NCAA and that competes in the Pac-West Division II Conference, a division that understands the demands of sports and education.
Division II has a different model of, you know, I choose Division II, so life in the balance, so community service, academics, and athletics, and there is partial scholarships with Division II.
We're starting out with this, with only 5 years. Where do we see ourselves in the future?
The next 5 years, you know, we would love to be competing for the Commissioner's Cup, not only within the conference, but nationally. And so that's something that the Director's Cup, when you're competing against all the Division II schools, to see who has the best overall program.
What do you think the plan is when it comes to having an actual AAU facility for our athletes?
We've established a great relationship with San Francisco Parks and Rec and a few other outside entities to allow us to practice and to compete in certain facilities. But obviously that's a main goal of ours, to have our own home base so students can feel that this is, you know, the Urban Knights facilities, and, you know, come and cheer on our team and also get some recreational activities in as well.
Let's talk about our international influence. Our recruiting. How unusual is that?
Well, if you look at a lot of athletic programs, especially like a sport like tennis, men's soccer, they are heavily international across the board, just because those are, you know, big time sports, and even golf you're seeing a lot more now as well. And so with our international students, they do extremely well in the classroom, and, you know, they're coming over on a visa, so they understand that it's, you know, it's a different kind of job and responsibility than a domestic student athlete.
With international student athletes in almost every sport, the Urban Knights offer up a different athletic experience.
You know, San Francisco, you can walk around and hear, you know, 6 different languages in a given day, and that's how some of our teams are as well. We were at Point Loma Nazarene watching our tennis team this weekend, and, you know, you hear you know, someone from Sweden, Swedish, German, Slovakian, all these different languages going on in the court, and it makes kind of a fun atmosphere.
Is it unusual for D2 schools to have such an array of different students from all over the world?
I don't think so. That's kind of, again, life in the balance, that there's different opportunities for everybody, and just finding that niche. And, you know, a lot of coaches I talked to today say you guys have a great opportunity to do well because you have this niche. You know, if you're competing, you know, for someone with graphic design, we have a great graphic design program, and we're in downtown San Francisco. Well, a majority of the jobs and internships are right here. So would you rather go to somewhere in Kansas and play at, you know, at a school there with graphic design, or come to San Francisco and really get a different experience? So I think we have a great chance to out-recruit other programs because of the opportunities that just the community has.
Who his favorite sports team is. Guess what? The Raiders. Season ticket holder and everything. The man loves his sports.
Now let's take a look at the lighter side of sports in a segment we call What's Up With That? A segment where 2 RU students, simply known as Mel and D, show us how a bright idea can bite you in the butt. Literally.
We love the Giants! We love the Giants!
I love the Giants, yeah! Giants, baby!
Checking my mouth, because I ran into some guy earlier today, and he elbowed me in the mouth. So I was just trying to see if there was any like issues, so I don't have to like go to the dentist or anything.
Well, yeah, they look terrible. Just kidding. They could be worse though. You could have no teeth.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there was this baseball player, Clarence Blethen.
What's up with that?
During his 1923 season, he was playing for the Red Sox and he was pitcher. And he thought he would look meaner if he took out his teeth and put them in his back pocket. So he was on first and he wanted to steal second. And he is known now as the only baseball player to bite himself in the butt.
You're right. Definitely the worst thing that could possibly happen to your teeth and yourself. I think I'm fine.
Good. I'm glad that didn't happen to you, Dee.
Thank you, Mel.
We're here at the famous Triples Alley at AT&T Park, also known as the Knot Hole.
The Knot Hole is a series of gates where fans can come and watch the game for free. Come check it out. As you can see, the Knot Hole is completely empty right now, but in a few short hours, they will be filled with raucous Giants fans cheering on the Giants.
And not only fans in there, but tons out here. Now, let's meet Team Iceland. What would you say if I told you that there are 4 RU soccer players that come from the same part of Iceland?
What's up with that?
They not only play together, but they live together. Check it out.
This is how we...
That's on 3, go on. 1, 2, 3, lights!
Get on the bus, Robert's ready to go.
My name is Rúnar Guðbjörnsson.
Jón Kári Eldon.
Þorvaldur Sveinsson.
Jónmundur Gretarsson.
I'm from Reykjavik, the capital.
I'm from Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
The capital, Reykjavik.
For these guys, it's more than just soccer, it's a brotherhood. Where arguing is just as easy as laughter.
You have to wash the dishes.
You do it!
Yeah, okay.
They live a simple lifestyle, but on the field, they're fierce competitors.
More touches, couple more touches. Time, switch it up.
My dad, he was a big soccer fan, so he got me into soccer. I went to all of my hometown's game, and yeah, I started 5 years old, training soccer, and been training soccer all my life.
Go! Next one, come on, Brady. The soccer, it gives you everything. It gives you like, you're more organized. I like everything about it, like not just the sport itself, but everything around it. Like this is such a good social thing as well. Being with other guys, you know, the spirit that and the connections you get and build.
I started playing soccer when I was 8. At the time when I was 14, 15, I had to make a choice, either to play basketball or play soccer, and it was a hard choice, but I decided to play soccer.
Although they're brothers on the field, their talents shine differently in their majors.
My major is web design and new media. It's, you know, I like the coding part and the logic behind it, and you can find some logic behind soccer as well. Like, there's a certain structure and how things work.
Create my imaginary circumstances here around me, like I'm in the woods.
Acting is kind of the only profession that has given me the kind of same feeling as soccer does. I mean, soccer teaches you a lot of stuff. It teaches you how to be disciplined, teaches you you get ambition, teaches you how to work with other people, and it's the same in acting as well. I mean, you have to be really disciplined.
The winds of change blow through the Academy of Art University, but their bond remains strong, like the dedication they have for the sport that they love.
Yep.
Says who?
Hello?
Yeah, I ain't too bad.
I love the Giants. We're tied for first place and we're gonna win this year.
Giants rule!
As you can see, I'm inside the Knot Hole right now, where these fans are taking in a little pre-game warm-ups. From one international success story to another, the RU women's tennis team has started off with an impressive 12-1 record. They have already achieved their highest national ranking in history.
College tennis is very exciting. fast-paced. My team in one word, entertaining.
My name is Nina Gajdošíková. And I'm from Slovakia. I've been playing tennis for 15 years. Being able to play tennis and do the major that I want to do, which is graphic design for a university in the US, it's really cool. So I just looked into it, and Academy of Art is just like the perfect fit. Just coming here on the other side of the world, I didn't know anybody, I didn't know where I was going. There were so many complications with everything. Talking about cultural shock, I know what it is like, because it's a whole new world here compared to Europe, and it's crazy, but I'm happy that I did it. I'm the oldest of the team, and I'm playing the #1 spot, so the coach basically asked me to be a captain. We're a family. I know that I can rely on them on the court, off the court, and they know the same about me and about, each of us. And it's really great that we got so close, because it really has, we have to spend so much time together, but we love it. It's the competition, and it's a team thing. It's all of us playing together, and then if you win overall in the end, it's the best feeling ever.
Wow, those ladies were hitting the ball hard, but not as hard as Samuel Groth, who is the owner of the world's fastest serve, tennis serve that is. Heather, how fast did he hit it?
I have no idea.
All right, 163 miles per hour is how fast his serve went. Can you believe that?
What? That's crazy.
Yep.
That's almost as fast as how the Giants fell in love with AT&T Park. I know it's hard to imagine, but before this beautiful park was built, the Giants almost left San Francisco.
What?
Crazy, right? But then AT&T opened 14 years ago, and the love affair between its fans and the ballpark took off. Its breathtaking views and charm make AT&T one of Major League Baseball's most stunning parks. Located at the edge of downtown San Francisco, AT&T was one of the first privately funded parks since Dodger Stadium. Its intimate dimensions get fans up close and personal with all the action. And of course, everyone waits for those splash hits into McCovey Cove. Then in 2010 and 2012, those same fans came out to celebrate 2 world championships in just 3 years. The Giants continue to sell out every game here at AT&T. It's one hot ticket. But now that you know about the knothole, drop by anytime.
Okay, time for Mel and D for more crazy sports trivia. This time, boxing.
Are you okay?
I'm so mad I can't practice.
What? Why can't you practice right now?
Because my shoulder.
I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
I just feel like I did all this for nothing. Like I worked so hard for nothing.
Well, I mean, it could be a lot worse.
How?
Well,
what's up with that?
I mean, boxers do a lot of work too, and some don't even make it past the first round. In fact, I was just reading about the fastest recorded knockout in history. It was in 1947 when Mike Collins knocked out Pat Bronson. He literally trained for months only to be knocked out after the first punch. And that was like 4 seconds after the bell rang. Not to discredit you or anything, I know you're in pain.
It's okay, no. I know, it could be a lot worse. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Love ya.
Thanks, Mel and D. We've already talked about one Giants great in Willie Mays. Now let's talk about another. Juan Marichal, a.k.a. the Dominican Dandy. Known for his high leg kicks, intimidating tactics, and also his precision accuracy. He's been known to buzz a few batters if you get too close to the plate.
Well, that could have been all about his pitching strategy. I mean, come on. Pitching is about a game within a game. It's kind of a cat and mouse game if you really think about it. Well, we like to call it the art of pitching.
To be a pitcher, you must possess a fearless swagger, a humble arrogance, a quiet confidence. For each pitch has the potential to alter one's destiny. His philosophy is simple, keeping the ball away from the bat.
My name is Nathan Gherkin. I'm a starting pitcher for the Academy of Art baseball team.
His poise and his demeanor will set the tone for the rest of the team. Atop the mound, he is immortal.
My name is Daniel Skinner. I play first base and bat cleanup for your Urban Knights. Take a simple approach when I go into the box. I'm always hunting for that fastball.
His opponent stands 60 feet away, fully intent on postponing his destiny.
Especially against a guy like Nate, I'm going to choke up a little bit on the bat, maybe widen my stance a little bit, and not try to do too much with my feet. With him, the best thing to do is just look for something over the plate that you can really drive.
When I get ahead of a hitter, I usually try to come back with a changeup or a curveball, but the most important thing is masking the pitch, making sure my mechanics are the same so it doesn't tip off the hitter what I'm throwing. So no matter if it's a fastball, curveball, or changeup, my mechanics need to stay the same.
His arsenal is lethal. He cuts, he curves, he slices, he puts a fork in it, changes it up, or blows it by you.
What makes Nate so difficult, he has the confidence to throw any pitch at any type of count, even if it's a hitter's count.
You're just trying to keep the hitter off balance and make good pitches and live down in the zone.
With Nate, it's different. You'll be gearing up for that fastball that's going to be right there, but he'll throw you off and he'll just throw a nice curveball backdoor and he'll get it for a strike.
His most important pitch is always his next pitch.
Even if I get down in the count like 0-2 or 1-2, I'm still going to be looking for that fastball, but in the back of my mind, I'm going to be ready for that off speed.
When I get a hitter 0-2, in my mind, that bat's already over. 0-2, here comes a curveball, and I know if I make my pitch, the hitter's not going to be able to touch it.
It's simple. Keep the ball away from the bat. And that's the art of pitching.
Well, Heather, it's almost game time, and whenever I watch baseball, I'm thinking the same thing. It's got to be about those mind games between the pitchers and the hitters. Every time it's interesting to see who's going to figure out who first.
Well, now it's time for a little golf. Andrea Nieto is an accomplished fashion designer and student volunteer coach on ArtU women's golf team. She proves that with her competitive nature, no challenge is too big.
I started playing golf when I was 5 years old. My dad introduced me to the sport, and he used to take me to the country club and just play with him. When I was a player, we won three or four tournaments, and really it's a challenge because we compete against 15 teams or 12 teams at a time, so it's a big field.
Over the years being on the team with Andrea, I've kind of counted on her to kind of be almost a big sister figure and to be the role model for me on the golf course and stuff.
It's being a challenge because golf requires a lot of time at the golf course, in a practice. And same as design can take up to each class 6 hours and just add up that the whole week. And then you end up with no time for yourself.
She came in as a fashion design major, at least that's what I remember it as. And then when she was in level 1, I found out she was in the golf team, and I started to notice her competitive nature. She's very competitive, but in a good way. So anytime you want to get her to do anything, you just make it a challenge. And then, whether it's about printing yardage of fabric or how fast she can do it or how much she's going to do or getting her to do more things, and that's why she wins competitions all the time.
I had the opportunity to design the fabric, to collaborate with Frank Tsai for a menswear collection. was a great opportunity. I never imagined myself being New York Fashion Week. It's a great honor because I'm not a master student, I'm a BFA student, so just the fact of being in a master show, it's huge, and just have this opportunity is a big blessing to put my name out there. I really love golf, but I don't see myself being a professional player. I really see myself more of a designer, but definitely is their golf a mental challenge. One day you can play golf really well, the next day it can be really bad, so it's all about like going back to the challenge and trying to do it all over again.
Andrea is a perfect example of what it means to be an artist and an athlete here at the Academy of Art. She's absolutely amazing.
And I don't know about you, Heather, but I've had a lot of fun poking around the stadium and seeing everything this place has to offer. I say we go to the 9-hole and catch a few innings.
I think I'd rather get a ticket. But before we leave, I want to say thank you to all the folks at the athletic department that helped us put this show together.
And also a big shout out to everyone, once again, that helped us create this show, the shooters, the editors, the producers, everyone from the Multimedia Communications Department.
And we'll see you next time.
Go Giants!
Go Knights! Bye.
Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I love Giants. Tell them.
I love the Giants!
This is all we live for out here. Bay Area, we live. Proud of the Giants. They're my home team.